So the Sims 4 Horse Ranch official gameplay trailer just dropped, which means we're about to get a little bit more information about all the gameplay features included in the Sims 4 Horse Ranch. So I'm just gonna go through the video and talk about all of the new features, see what I think, and definitely let me know in the comments how you feel about all of these gameplay features as well. All right, let's get started. So the new world is called Chestnut Ridge, which we already knew, and it's based on the American West, which is kind of obvious for a horse pack. I wouldn't say that the world is super innovative. It's North American based again, which we've seen a lot of already. It kind of reminds me of Oasis Springs, which is a world in the base game. The mountain range, like the big rock formation in the background, is definitely impressive, and we're gonna see some really pretty views in this trailer as well. Also, not sure if this new build style is really anything we haven't seen before. So again, very beautiful view. The rock formation is impressive. It's definitely giving Grand Canyon vibes, which is a very beautiful place to be. I wonder how much of this world will be accessible. Like, will this all be locked off? It's probably just like a little view platform, and there's no way to get here, but it would be nice to kind of ride your horse along this river. That would be great if that was possible. Maybe even a snowy escape style mountain excursion horseback riding version would be really cool.
I'll show you the ropes.
Definitely a western town over here. The falls are really cute.
Community plays a big part in life out here.
So in the overview on the website and also just now, they've mentioned community a lot.
Community plays a big part in life out here.
They don't really show why. I'm not really sure how that's implemented. I do think they did a good job of that in Cottage Living, where the town felt really close-knit because of the errands and kind of like the story and the lore behind it. So maybe we'll get a similar type of situation in this, but there's not that many hints to that.
That, my friend Sienna, who knows where I would have ended up. She's the horse trainer and owner of the equestrian center in town.
Okay, so that was 2 more reveals right there. So her best friend is a horse trainer. So not sure if that's going to be a career or if there's just one horse trainer in town. And then there was also an equestrian center in town.
All the competitions like barrel racing and jumping take place.
So competitions, so we have barrel racing and jumping, which seems fun. Definitely curious if there's going to be more than just those 2, because there's a lot of different equestrian competitions in real life, so they definitely could have added more. Don't know if they're going to be more, but that seems fun though, and also something obvious to add to the pack.
Sage, my horse, is super friendly. She put up with all of my horsing around while I learned how to ride.
So here we have kind of a little hint to horse traits. I do believe they were actually revealed in a live stream they did a little while back, but friendly seems to be one of them. I think they mentioned aggressive somewhere later in this video. Maybe patient or defiant. So those are kind of the horse traits we can look for, similar to the traits that cats and dogs have.
Well, I learned how to ride.
And also learning to ride, so there's definitely a learning curve to that.
But the closer you are with a horse, the easier it is to practice your skills.
So this is also where they talk about bonding with your horse, building a friendly relationship probably, which will apparently also make learning skills easier.
You'll see folks mounted up pretty much everywhere, going on long rides out in the park or through town.
So that means that horse riding is going to be similar to bike riding, where the Sims will just be able to move around the neighborhood anywhere they'd like, anywhere that they could probably walk. And it's not going to be limited to one type of area.
Horses need a lot of space too. When we got Sage, we ended up redesigning our property to make...
Okay, so here we see a lot of the build buy mode items, and especially this little stable area. So what I do like about this is that apparently stables will be much more customizable. But for cows and llamas and chickens, the barn or the coop was already pre-designed, and all you could do was just place it in the world, and you couldn't go inside the barn as well. So this is definitely an upgrade to that, where apparently you're just kind of able to place the stable itself anywhere and build a barn around it yourself. So that's cool. That's a nice customizable feature. Definitely an upgrade from Cottage Living.
Space for her.
This style is also very obvious, the red barn style. Don't know if it's very innovative, but because in Cats and Dogs we kind of got the red barn style as well, or at least it was very easy to create this kind of style with the items we got in that. But yeah, they did definitely go with the more obvious choices. I guess they really could have gone anywhere in the world, but I feel like this is like the most basic way to go about it. At least the most prevalent way, the most obvious way. So the American West, red barn, cowboys. Basically.
What else were we gonna do? She's part of the family. Look how cute their foal is.
The The horses are very cute. I'll give them that. I mean, I never had any problem with the design of The Sims 4. It's very well designed. I love the cows in Cottage Living as well. I thought they were so adorable, the way they moved, like all of the animations they put in them. Absolutely wonderful. I 100% predict I'm gonna feel the same about the horses as well. I'm probably gonna think they're adorable. I'm gonna find them animations absolutely incredible, adorable. No doubt it's gonna be incredibly cute.
She definitely inherited her mom's friendly nature. They need to be fed, played with, brushed.
So we're currently revealing more like gameplay features and how to take care of horses, but I just want to say this playing interaction, I was just raving about the animation, but this playing interaction with that giant ball looks so silly to me.
And keep them happy. They need to be fed, played with, brushed.
Like, what is the horse even doing? It's like holding the ball with its teeth, but it just kind of seems to be floating through the air. This doesn't look logical to me. It's like holding on to the tiniest bit of fabric there. Also, this ball is just way too bright.
They need to be fed, played with, brushed, trained, and cleaned up after too.
So in terms of taking care of the horses, feeding, brushing seems obvious, training, and then cleaning up.
And if you have other animals like mini goats and sheep.
Mini goats and sheep were already revealed. Let's just take a moment to look at this animation in back, because that looks advanced to me. Like, this is cool. The laying down and getting up again. I don't know if they're teaching their kid to ride and telling the horse to lay on the ground so the kid can get up. I don't know if that's what's happening.
Well, it can be a lot all at once.
Looks cool though.
Of course, you could always hire a ranch hand to do that.
Ranch hands is another thing which I think is great, because taking care of animals can get real difficult real quickly. So I'm glad that there's some sort of mechanic for getting help. Sometimes it can get a bit boring after a while. Being able to like pass that on to a different sim while you focus on other things such as like relationships or making money or exploring or bonding or training or competing is great.
When I first started making nectar, I wasn't great at it. I made a lot of messes and quite a few subpar batches.
All right, making nectar. It's so boring. I mean, we got juice making in Eco Lifestyle and then like preserves in Cottage Living. There's always some sort of like food making thing that I never find interesting or exciting. It's kind of recycled content. It's the same thing over and over again. Yes, you can make a business out of it, but been there, done that.
Old Roberto Crinkletop even shared his secret recipe with me. He's actually very nice, if a little odd. Sometimes he shows up to hit the dance floor, but no one really knows where he lives. I think he likes it that way.
Okay, so here we have a little bit of lore. Maybe this is the community part that they talked about. You can get secret recipes from Sims. There's this mysterious Sim that's apparently at dances sometimes, but no one knows where he lives. So I feel like that's kind of like creature keeper type storytelling that we saw in Cottage Living, which I did really enjoy. So maybe that's the community part that they mention a lot. So I've seen a lot of people saying that this pack doesn't feel like an expansion pack, it feels like a game pack. And I can completely understand that. Even from this trailer, like most of it is very horse centric, which makes sense. It's a horse pack, but that's just one thing. Like that's one main focus point. And if you compare this to a game pack such as My Wedding Stories, it feels very similar, because My Wedding Stories had a pretty extensive world as well, a very beautiful world, and it was very focused on one gameplay feature, which was weddings. The scale of it and the focus of it seems very similar. So I can definitely understand why people are upset that we're paying essentially double the price for something that seems like a game pack. I think the only thing that really sets it apart from other game packs is that it has a few more additional gameplay features, but those also feel very recycled. So we have the mini goats and the mini sheep. Horses definitely add something new to that, which is horseback riding and training, and it's just a little bit more of an extensive type of gameplay. But the sheep and the goats are probably going to be very similar to other animals we already have. So does that really add anything new to the game? Not really. And then we also have nectar making. And like I said, we already have juice making and canning and all sorts of similar type of gameplay. This doesn't feel new or exciting. The horse stuff does, definitely. But that's the only thing that really feels like added value. So if you conclude all of that, yes, it does seem like a game pack. It doesn't feel like it's worth the expansion pack money. So I mean, if I were just to guess, I'd say that making horses was probably very intensive, very difficult. Lots of new animations, lots of new graphics, lots of actually like new gameplay and not recycled content. So that's probably why they decided to go for an expansion pack and not a game pack. That being said, you now have to buy 4 separate packs to get the full animal experience. Cats and dogs, My First Pet stuff, cottage living, and then also now horse ranch. So I do think overall this costs too much money, but the horse gameplay does seem very exciting and new and cute and fun. So I am excited for that. The world looks beautiful, nothing innovative, nothing new, but definitely very beautiful. So I think overall I'm a little bit more excited than not. But definitely let me know how you feel about this pack in the comments. Do you agree that it feels like a game pack? Do you think it's definitely expansion pack worthy? What gameplay elements are you most looking forward to? And what other elements would you have liked to see included? Definitely let me know. And that's going to be all for today. So thank you so much for watching and I will see you again very soon. Bye everyone!